Right, so recently the European Union has been setting a ton of laws in place that goes against what Apple does with iPhones, and so as a result we could see big changes like the USB-C ports and third-party app stores pretty soon. But now there's a third law coming into place, and this is regarding battery replacements and could change how Apple designs iPhones. So let's delve into it. So yes, another proposed law that's been put forward is manufacturers letting consumers easily carry out DIY battery replacements and companies being legally required to accept and recycle old batteries. Now of course the whole reason this law is being put forward is to reduce electrical waste, and if this does become law, companies do get 3.5 years to make the necessary changes so that they comply with this. And of course it does take a while for a law to come into place, and so yes, Apple's got years till this becomes any sort of issue. Now to be honest, I'm pretty conflicted about this because on one hand, I do very much agree that companies should have full control to do whatever they want, and there should not be legislations like this in place where governments have control over the design of a product. Apple should be able to make whatever they want, but I do miss the days of removable batteries. Now of course this was never the case with iPhones, but when I was using Android it was very clutch being able to simply take the battery out and put a new one in and instantly get another full day of use. Also remember that of course batteries degrade over time, so removing the back and easily replacing the battery in the device, that would be very nice. But of course I do understand why some might be against this. This would potentially ruin the premium nature of the iPhone because the back's likely going to have to be plastic if you want to remove it, and that's going to cheapen the feel of the device, and that was very much the case with the early Samsung devices. And so yes, I can understand why some might be against this and why some don't want this to be the case. And actually there is a loophole of sorts Apple can take advantage of, because remember that Apple does have the self-repair program, so of course that can be the answer to this law, because for those who are skilled, they do have the parts available directly from Apple. And yes, I know it's a hassle to get these parts, and that's done on purpose to get you to the Apple Store instead. But anyways, Apple offering this option in the first place basically complies with this legislation. So yeah, simply rolling out the program to of course all 27 EU countries and to all their devices is a lot easier than redesigning their products. However, once again, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I do want batteries that can be replaced easily on the go. I mean, heck, I just remembered LG had the G5, which of course had a full metal enclosure, but the battery could be removed from the bottom of the device. And so there are ways to maintain the premium nature of the iPhone while of course giving us easily replaceable batteries. However, I know that Apple's likely never going to do this because the degradation of batteries is the reason people upgrade nowadays. Like I'm sure for most of you guys, the reason you upgrade is because your battery health is pretty close to 80%, and while everything else works, you're compelled to upgrade because of the poor battery life, and because you can't easily replace it yourself. Your only choice is to get a battery replacement, and for the cost of that, many consumers just upgrade instead, especially when there's trade-in deals. And so if batteries were easily replaceable by any consumer, then of course the friction to upgrades is basically gone, because I'm sure for most consumers, even the iPhone 11 or XS today is fine for their use. It's just the battery in these phones are going to have horrible battery health. And so yeah, the degradation of batteries is the reason many upgrades. So yeah, my wish will remain as a dream for the most part. I don't think Apple's ever going to give us easily replaceable batteries. And as I said, the self-repair program should cover Apple for the most part. Also remember, the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus were redesigned inside to make repairs easier, so of course I'm sure that's also going to help Apple comply with this law and not give us any major changes to the design of the iPhone. So yeah, there's that guys, but tell me your thoughts regarding this report in the comments. Anyways, thank you for watching guys, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours. Check out the link above on details regarding new HomePods, and on that note, see ya peeps.